back to 5 Minutes of Finney. Today, I'm going to be doing something a bit different than my regular beer review. I recently picked up Lagunitas Daytime Ale, which is actually a fractional IPA apparently, from Bag of Street Wines. I think it's a 4.65% to be exact. Alcohol by volume. I'm going to drink this while we talk, but it brought me back to recent events where Heineken bought 50% take in Lagunitas, and it caused a big shitstorm of people saying, I'm not going to drink Lagunitas anymore because they're not considered craft beer, and this is just bullshit, and what were they thinking, and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, and then Tony McGee, the founder, was saying, well, this is historic for us. We want to be able to export our beer all over the world. We're only exporting tiny, small areas right now. That we're exporting Ireland, UK, Japan. But by working with Heineken, we can export worldwide. Get American craft beer to every frigging community in the world. And this is why we're doing it. And this is what we're thinking. But then, they're not really considered craft beer anymore because you can't have more than 25% owned by an outward entity. So in doing so, they kind of, didn't fuck themselves, but fucked themselves as far as exporting craft beer to the world, because now they're not considered craft beer. But is that really that important? Are they still exporting good American beer to communities everywhere? You could say yes, because they're keeping the same brewer, they're keeping the same recipes, they're not changing anything. The only thing that apparently Heineken is doing for them is helping them with distribution. So, and then you bring that back to the, I guess, people who I find ironic that they say, oh, I'll still drink Lagunitas, which, good for you, but I won't drink some of the Irish breweries who have the same kind of deal going on because, I hold them to a different standard, and I think that's kind of bullshit, if you think about it, because they still have the same brewers and using the same recipes usually. Not the bigger companies have no say in that. They just, provide the finances and help with the distribution. So, if you're gonna have that principle, for one thing, you have to hold your principle true for everything. Otherwise, throw your goddamn principle out the window, and then you just have to say, I'll drink a beer because it's good, and I'm not going to say, not drink, Franciscan Wells because they suck, because they, were bought by Molson Coors, but I will drink Lagunitas because I don't care that they were bought by blah, 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 blah. That's bullshit. Have your principles, stick to them, and fine. But I think maybe it's more important to drink beer because the beer's good, it's good quality, the brewer knows what they're doing, and less important to care, I guess, whether that beer is still considered craft beer, and maybe the term craft beer just needs to be thrown the fuck out because it doesn't really make that much sense. And you're finding even bigger breweries in the States and the UK as well, they keep getting bigger and bigger, and even if they're not bought out, they are not considered craft beer anymore, and then why even have that distinction? They're still producing really fucking good beer. So why not, instead of being snobs and calling things craft beer, why can't we just say, this beer is really goddamn good, I'm drinking it because it's good, I enjoy it, it's good quality, the brewers are innovative, they know what they're doing, they're making really good beer, they are using really good ingredients, and I really enjoy this beer, so I'm going to drink it. It doesn't matter whether it's craft beer. And because there's some craft beer brewers out there who are making craft beer, in my opinion. So, I would rather drink you know, something that's not considered craft beer that tastes really good, that's well made over that beer. So, and I don't know, I think people are just being kind of ridiculous when they stop drinking a beer or decide not to drink a beer based on, you know, somebody owning a share in it that they don't necessarily enjoy. Because, like, it's going to continue to happen. Like, the big macrobreweries are going to continue to buy shares in the craft breweries. And sooner or later, you're going to be fucked over because you're going to keep saying, I'm not going to drink that goddamn beer. But what are you going to drink at some point? So, you can keep whining about it, or you can deal with it and drink beer because you enjoy the beer and be all right with it. In the end, I think it's more important if the beer's good and well made than anything else. And, you know, my opinions may not be, you know, overly popular, but I don't actually give a fuck. So I'm going to continue to enjoy really good beer, and that's pretty much that. Just wanted to ramble at you for a bit instead of doing my normal beer review. But, you know, if you see Lagunitas Daytime Fractional IPA, pick it up because it's actually quite a tasty ale and quite sessionable. So that's it. Okay, cheers, though.